Hello, YouTubers. A Someone Reviews here with the look at Transformers Age of the Primes, Liege Maximo. Sonic drink. Yeah, they, they did also announce, Sentinel. Sentinel is now on the list of getting. But for right now, here is, Liege Maximo, and this thing is awesome. I love this thing, and this is actually really cool. I never knew Liege Maximo was actually a prime. I actually didn't know much about the primes, but slowly learning about them and slowly getting them. None of these figures disappointed. I mean, yes, paint apps on some things, molds on some others, but at the end of the day, I am grateful for what Hasbro has done. And this is no exception. This screams murder. This screams prime. And yeah, and the green is really cool, really amazing. Apparently that little bit is supposed to be a cockpit. If that's supposed to be a cockpit, he is a titan. He is supposed to be like a titan. Probably, maybe. Mass shifting's weird. I mean, Cyclonus. But yeah, really cool figure. There's a nice of transparent red plastic up front, right here. Nice like bronzy silvery color and nice blue here up front. There is black here, different shades of green. There's that silver bits back here. Even back here is like that blue, transparent red. There's like a dark green and a light green and like a brownish green. So there's like three colored greens. There is on the bottom some coppery goldy colors. Some more of that blue and silver on gray plastic, dark grays and light grays, and there is his sigil that's in green, which is really cool. His gun is actually fused in here, but these bits here, I don't know what they're called, but these are removable. All three of these are. That untabbed. I'm just trying to line it up. There we go. Tab back in. And yeah, really cool, really spiky. These are safe. These are safe, even on his head. These are safe. But for some strange reason, these here are actual plastic. And there is like actual like bits of like plastic that stick. It is part of his design. But these are kind of sharp. They're not going to sharp enough to draw blood, but you can feel it. So that is something to be kind of wary about for kids. But other than that, really cool. The thrusters back here, I believe, is compatible with the effects parts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. There is even some bits back here. There are also some ports back here. I don't know what these are for. Okay, yeah, the thrusters are compatible. You can make them fly. There's even ports here and here. So it looks like he's being shot at from the sides. And there's even bits on top of here, which I don't know what's for. But that is a thing. And yeah, really cool. I do love this. This is amazing. Like I said, I may, you know, paint job. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna complain much. The transformations on all of these were joyful. There is one figure. We all know the figure. She had potential, but she is scary to transform. I'm only doing this one last time. But just to get out of the way, here he is with my Cronus. There he is with the disc. Here he is with Quintus Prime. With Quintus. As you can see, one of the green ones, one of the green bots. Here he is with Alchemist. The first green bot. He was the second. Now he's the third. But as you can see, he's like more of like a dark green, and like instead of like that light green and ugly and the greens that those two have. But as you can see, there he is with Alchemist. Here he is with Amalgamus Prime. As you can see there. And it's gonna droop. Here he is with Vector Prime. And when Sentinel was revealed, his sword was completely different on the box. I don't know if it's supposed to be this sword or if he's gonna come with another sword. But if y'all look on the box, like Vector Prime's sword is different than what's shown on the box. So yeah, there's Vector Prime. Here is Nexus. And like I did say in that one video, I did read supposedly his limbs and core is in the works. I don't know much about it, but I did read about it. I think others are going to be talking about it too. But I do believe next year he should be his own core with his own limbs. I don't know what they are. My guess is they're probably gonna remold and repaint possibly limbs from Superion, Minosaur, and Bruticus. That's my guess. I'm not even sure. But there are talks in the works about that. But here they are together. Here he is with Prima. As you can see. Here he is with Alpha Trion. Which, by the way, all of these figures are my first, and I know there's been many, many repaints and remolds of figures that was Alpha Trion, but this Alpha Trion is mine, and is still my very first Alpha Trion. This is still my very first, which all of these primes are, and I love every single one of them. Even though I may bitch and complain about certain things, but at the end of the day, I love these things. I love these figures. Here he is with Onyx. And here he is with Onyx. Really cool. I really do love these. I do love all of these. And here he is with Onyx. Here he is with the unicycle. I know I showed my Cronus already, but there's the unicycle just because. Which I gotta say, when it came to this, This is more of a warrior class than a deluxe, because this is in bot modes in its robot form, smaller than a deluxe. I'm just saying. Here he is with the last leader. Here he is with Megatronus, which, by the way, these two are a lot of these are my absolute favorites. There is only one figure that scares me. We all know that figure. I talk about it a lot. And yeah, but at the end of the day, even though it scares me, it's still a good figure. Especially, I mean, it does hold and whatnot. But I don't know why she's not, being flush now. That's weird. But since I did say her, here we are with Solus Prime. And yeah, this figure is the weakest and the scariest to transform. Yeah. And last but not least, the last and final Prime, Star Optimus, which, as you can see, is still the biggest figure. As you can see, he's still the biggest figure, because he was the Titan of this series. And a Titan he is, in a good way. And yeah, that is all that was all the primes. I do have a playlist, and the new one, the new people who is here. The very first video I put up was actually Megatronus and Prima together, because it was a beginning. I mean, the channel has the same name and whatnot, but I got scammed badly, things happened, I lost that channel, now I have this one, and from a new beginning, I actually started with Prima and Megatronus, and I am ending the Prime series with Liege Maximo. Well, not technically the end, because I am getting, Sentinel Prime. I am getting that figure. I will review it. But yeah, the last of the 13 primes. The journey has came to an end. It was a joyful, there was some ups and downs. There was mainly one down, but everything else was really good. Vector Prime wasn't in my collection at first because I didn't want it, but then I learned that if I wanted all of the primes, I had to get him. Oh, it's just a light. Okay, it's just a light shining on it. Oh, I thought he was cracked. He's not. But yeah. I do have a Sonic drink. And yeah, like I said, when it comes to these, all of these do detach. I don't know what his weapon. I don't hardly know what any of their weapons are called, but his can detach with all of these, and they are different molds. So yeah, and he was supposed to come out next month. I got him yesterday. Which made me happy. And yeah, without further ado, if I can get this thing situated. Yes, I do have the figures up to the side. I am going to transform him. We are going to transform him. First thing you want to do is just move these up. move up these shoulder blades, come down, come to the sides here and untap these. Then you want to come to the shell and you want to pop this out up. You want to pop these up. And if it didn't already do it, it does. There's two tabs right here. There's tabs here and here that will actually go into slots here and here, here and here. That will sit, and you just plug that off. And then to transform this, all you gotta do is just move this. That piece here will just tab into place, and that is this piece all done. Which is really cool. That's his gun. Set that off to the side. Just fold out these panels for right now. Come to the back, and you want to untab. There's actually a slot. There's actually these two tabs here. Will actually fit into a slot right in here. These green tabs actually do sit right in there. And then once you do that, you want to come back here. It is tight, but you just want to extend the leg. Ow, I pinched myself again. And you want to fold this down, and this here will click into here. Nice and securely, and then you go to the sides here. And there are slots here and here, and there are tabs here and here, and you just want to line it up, and that fills out his waist. And then what you want to do, just rotate it all the way, come to the legs, untab them, bring out the feet, bring out the heels, bring out the foot, heel. And when it comes to this panel, I wasn't actually paying attention to how it actually sits. Okay, I just showed it. Just pretty much fold that down, rock this in, and that tab will go into a slot right in here, locking all this in place, and you just want to grab the spikes and put them in there. Just pretty much do the same thing. That folds in. No, I'm messing up again. Fold this in. Fold that in. Okay. All of that will tab in. Fold out the spikes. Stand him up. Now then, what you want to do is you want to come down here and untab the arms. There are actually tabs here. There are tabs here on the arms. That goes into a slot right in here. And then you want to come down in and fold this out. And it will tab here to here. And on the sides here, these tabs will go in here. As you can see, that will swoop into place, and these will tab in. And yes, the shoulder pads are connected to two tabs and a peg. Just line that up. Fold down the arm, rotate at the bicep, rotate the hand. Do the same thing. Rotate, come down here. And this will tab this. It won't tab in, but it will connect. And unlike that toy guy's where his backpack comes off easily, mine is hard to get off. Like, that thing is solid. And I don't have the chair that came with Studio Series Starscream because I never got that figure. Because it was the Earthrise figure, I already had it. The only difference is they molded his hand that moved in and out. But I never did get that. Now then, what you want to do here is you want to fold this up. And there are actually two holes here and here where these will move together and form that. As you can see, they kind of do that. Now then, you want to fold this up. And the way his head works, you got to go easy. What I found best, yes, I do. I don't have any spudgers, but you just want to move it just enough not to damage it. But if you have something, just like gently pry it, and then you come here. No. Nope, it's messing up on me. Oh no. Oh no. Normally this works. Oh, it worked yesterday. Just gently move that. Just like that. And come here and here. Move that down. That will tab in. There we go, that will tab in. This will tab in. Did not damage the spikes. And there is Liege Maximo in his bot mode. And this is the coolest figure. This is the second coolest. Megatronus was the first. This guy gets first place. This guy is amazing. I love this figure. Pull down his shoulder pad. And that is Nexus Prime in his bot mode. And this thing looks amazing. I love this. The green, the blue, the silver, the goldy colors. This is where I say paint was needed. Like as you can see the blue here. If they got the blue right in here, yeah, that would be amazing. But as you can see, it's transparent, and sometimes when you're looking at it, it just looks like rivers are green, and it doesn't exactly pop out very well if you look at it a certain way. But if they just put that blue silver look right in here, yeah, that would have really popped. That's really the only nitpick I have when it comes to painting with the paint. But other than that, this thing is amazing. I love this. As you can see with the head sculpt, it is silver, a lot of silver pointies. They are soft and rubber, so they are harmless. Nice silver on the face, red for the eyes. That nice orange, that light green on like his chin. And in his mouth, like he has that like a stern face. He's not playing, and he has like this really cool look. I do love this. Articulation wise, head can rotate, can do a full rotation. He can look up. He can look down. Move the shoulder pads. He can do a full rotation. Just a little tight. Ow! Yeah, that's how ow. As you can see, that is removable. But as you can see, you can do a full rotation. This does get in the way, but as y'all saw, that rotation was so hard it actually popped this out. And I struggled to put that out, and I struggled to take it off. Wow. Okay. Bicep swivel. Arms can go in and out. Move the shoulder pad, as you can see. Swivel. There is wrist movement here. There is rotation. Even his thumb. Like out of every prime, his thumb can move. As you can see, he has like a more natural look. Hands can go open and close. And if you do it just right, rotate his hand in. Rotate this in. It will sit flush. You can give him... There we go. It will swoop into place. As you can see, he does have an arm gun, which is effects compatible, as you can see. Just plug that in. But if you want to be really weird, you can plug that in. I personally don't. But I did want to show that off. He does have his arm gun. Just pretty much rotate this back up. Rotate that. And also, this hand here, even though it does it, he does have the, rocker. So that's actually really cool. He does have a waist rotation, and that shoulder pad is popping off again. This one loves to fall off on me. Rotation at the waist. Skirts move up. He can kick forward that far. He can kick back that far. He can do the full splits. He does have a swivel. Knee bends that far, and there is actually a second joint which actually tabs in, and it is tight. That I struggle to remove it, but it is there, and his feet can rock it in and out, which is really cool. I do love this figure. He can hold the accessory, he can hold the gun thing, as you can see. See, this is really cool. And yeah, for some strange reason, at a certain point, like on this one, it is a little looser, but he doesn't. Yeah, as you can see, doesn't really want to hold that pose. It just wants to stoop in, which is weird. That's just on my copy. But yeah, that's about it. And now it is time for the last and final side transformations for these. That's right, folks. One last time for random off-camera transformations for these guys. As y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all guess who I'm transforming first. I did take my time to do this because I'm supposed to be out, because I've been working until 6 o'clock, 5:30 for the past 2 weeks, and I gotta wake up at 4. So yeah, not exactly the greatest. But for comparisons, the first comparison we have out of the long lineup, I'm gonna do these individually because I cannot get a family group shot. So here he is with Star Optimus the 13th. As you can see, just a behemoth of a figure. There he is with him. Here he is with Micronus. Just the biggest prime to the smallest prime. Just to get this figure out of the way, because I am scared of touching it. Like, really much terrified of touching this. I do not want to transform this thing anymore. I am that fed up with this figure. Oh, and that panel popped off. Of course it did. Of fucking course it did. No, it cannot stay in one piece. It has to constantly fall off. God damn it. God damn it. She scares me. She is the only figure I have never had a Transformer I refuse to ever touch. And somehow she made it happen. I'm sorry, they should have made her either like a Voyager or like a way better deluxe. She is scary to handle. Yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know what I'm referring to when I say her, because it's the only sister of these guys. And she had a romance with the murdery one. Well, a lot of them are all murdery. But still. But I do gotta say, the robot mode. Love the robot mode. I do like her in a robot mode. I do like her in a truck mode. It's getting her to both of those that scares me. And just grab her head. This panel's gonna pop off anyways. Grab that. Here you go. Oh god. Okay, that's how you go. Okay, cool. Cool. Get in. Oh god. No, fuck. Fuck. Fuckity fuck. Psycho stick, I believe. Oh god, I got stuck. Oh, there we go. Yay, not anymore. Just tap that in. It's about to be over. I don't have to touch this thing anymore. I can just keep her just, in her bot mode for a long ass while. Don't have to review her, don't have to transform her when I review Sentinel. Because I have more deluxes, but just because I'm doing this for y'all. Here he is with Solus Prime. See? I like this look. I like the truck. I don't like the transformation. The transformation is scary, and those swivels and those panels scare me. These panels scare me. Close. Stay closed. But there she is. And just because I reviewed her, just because I showed her, I'm gonna show her y'all her boyfriend. Which in the Transformers lore, she actually dated one of the boys, and one of the boys dated her. And things happened, and he killed her on accident, or in some aspects on purpose. But mostly, it wasn't out of love or anything. It was just an accidental in most lore. But yeah. For the most part, she did not deserve that. Rotate. Nope. Move that down. Move that down. Tabs in. That tabs in. That tabs in. That moves up. Just so this can fold down and move these. Move these in. Well, tap it in. There we go. Well, are you going to? There we go. There we go. Stay flushed. That tabs in right there. And those fell off again. Of course it did. Because I am also kind of tired too. And I am just really trying my damnedest. There we go. That in. Tab that in. That in. Fold these. Fold these. Fold the back panels in. This panel moves up. This panel rotates. Grab his sword or gun because his arm panels are still really hard on my copy to expose his hands. Still bad on this one side. There we go. Scary to do that with the blade. Don't want to scratch the paint. Do this. Then do this. Yes. I am just very much trying to finish this. So I want to finish these. So I am very, very happy with what we got. The results that we have are amazing. Each of these figures have their charms. Of course, we all know about the paint. Still doesn't bother me. Ooh, still don't. Here he is with Megatronus. Here he is with the leader. Oh, that's one of the leaders. But yeah. At the end of the day, I know I keep saying at the end of the day, but it is true. I do love each of these. Even if one of them scares me. I do love her. I do love the design. I love how much work was put into these. Next is Prime. Prime, I believe, has confirmed to get his own limbs eventually next year. Like I said, I don't know for sure. I'm not going to, get our hopes up because, not everything you read online is real. So I don't want to, automatically assume that I'm right. But it would be really cool if we actually do get his limbs, because for right now, Nexus Prime needs to be a combiner, and I'm not dismantling my other combiners. And speaking of Nexus Prime, here he is. I do believe he's going to be, since he's going to be a combiner, he's going to be the same size as Minosaur and Superion and Bruticus. I am trying to get Onslaught, but there they are together. And I think we all know where Optimus got his color schemes from, both Star Optimus and Nexus. But yeah. I do love these figures. All of these are a joy. And even still, after all this time, that panel is still hard. Whee! There we go. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I am very happy I didn't skip out on these. I know I skipped out on a lot of figures, but these were figures I really did not want to skip out on. I am so happy I got each of them individually. I am waiting on getting Nexus. I mean, not Nexus, on Sentinel. Sentinel looks really cool. And here he is with Alchemist. And I can hear, I'm pretty sure, it's either Robin Williams, or Jacksepticeye. I'm just saying. But yeah, each of these figures have their charms, have their ups and downs. But at the end of the day, if you just avoid those, these are actually worth getting. These were very fun to collect. I am very happy with the results of each of them. My opinions are mine. I know some people are gonna be bashing over something, but to be honest, really honest, I've enjoyed getting each and every one of these. I genuinely had the most joy on getting them. Devastator was also fun to get. Here he is with Quintus Prime. Really cool figures. I do love these. I am just saying, when I was talking about the Shattered Glass Devastator, because they had made Shattered Glass figures in the past, and I was thinking about a Devastator for Studio Series to be Shattered Glass. I personally would not get it, even though I did mention it. I am actually very happy with what I have. I don't want multiple repaints. Repaints and remolds are completely different. That's just my opinion. But yeah, at the end of the day, no, do not make a G1. Keep it. Tuck that in. Fold this back. Fold in those. Split them outwards. As much as I love the certain look on this one guy, just to keep it coherent, I'm just gonna keep it as is, just so everyone else can get a general idea. because I do like this one specific look, but I'm not going to do it. I can do it later on my own free time. And also, I am really kind of tired. And also, I am also trying to find a new job. So, yeah. Not having a vehicle kind of is a burden. But here he is with, the other... Here he is with Onyx. The last leader class. Just to give you a heads up, there was one Titan, 3 leader classes, 1, 2, 3, 3 deluxes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Voyagers that created the 13. And I know this video is getting long because I am transforming every single figure. Like, seriously. Because I cannot get a family picture in, so I'm doing it individually. And also, like I've said multiple times, I have no idea how to edit. So everything is all natural. Still learning. And I refuse to do scripts because, like I've talked about, 1, I struggle with reading, and 2, it doesn't come out naturally. Even at school, I struggled. I did graduate in 2020, back when the big bad Rona was a thing. So, yeah. Yeah, Rona was a thing back then. We all know that. Back in 2020. A lot of things changed since then. And I just realized some of his paint's probably scratching off. Oops. Here he is with Alpha Trion. As y'all can see there. And yeah. I am very happy with how everything came to be. Yeah, to be, and also, originally, I thought that, Prima Prime started this. No, back in Legacy, I think it's third one, not, Legacy, I think it was actually just, like, regular Legacy, not, Legacy Evo or, United. I think it was, the Wave 1. Or maybe it was Wave 3, I don't remember. Or maybe it was Evo. But we got, Vector Prime. Yeah, I learned you had to get Vector Prime to get the 13 because they were not going to reissue the figure. Or, you know, make a new figure of its own. I did not know that. That's the only reason why I actually got Vector Prime. Because in order to complete the primes, you had to get Vector Prime from Legacy. Because I thought Vector Prime was going to be like his own new mold or something. No, my brother told me you had to get him from Legacy. I don't know what his price point is now, but several months ago when I ordered him, I did get him for $55. So pretty much what I've been buying on everybody. So yeah, there was that. And here he is with Vector Prime. Stand up. He does not. Yeah, this figure really hates my table. Vector Prime hates my table. But there he is with Vector Prime, and this is what I'm talking about. If you look on his packaging, it's a lot different than this blue one. It really is. On Sentinel Prime's packaging, his sword is completely. It's like black and orange. And it threw me off because I don't know if it's like a new piece, if it's supposed to be that, if it's supposed to come with the sword. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, there he is with Vector Prime. It was just weird seeing that because, you know. Am I missing some panels? Don't think so. They've been like that. Okay. Never mind. And yeah. And yeah, really happy. I've been talking to myself. This isn't me, you know, like, ooh, I'm gonna predict something, or ooh, this should happen. I was just joking around, like, you know, if they made like an Optimus Prime, because it's the 13, it's power to Prime, so since Optimus is a Prime, Transformers Prime redo with both guns and both swords. The what I'm talking about is the Studio Series Optimus Prime figures. The old ones was based off of that mold, if a lot of y'all don't know. I've been joking about them using that mold again as Optimus Prime and giving him the weaponry. To be 100% honest, that's just me talking to myself. I don't think it will ever happen. I don't want it to happen. Because, to be honest, the power to primes is for them, and I want it to be specifically for them. I do not want to see an Optimus Prime in this roster. I'm actually being serious. As much as I keep talking about it, I don't want it to, and here he is with Prima Prime. As you can see, the other Voyager. Oh no! Oh, I have a mess. Where did it fall? Where did the other one fall? Did the other one fall? Oh, I don't know. I'll find it later. But yeah. Just something I was talking to myself about. Or, maybe like a Fallish Cybertron redo. Or like a Studio Series 86. But like I said, I don't really want that to happen. I am being dead serious. I just want the 13 primes, and I will be getting Sentinel. Sentinel is not actually a prime. If y'all know the lore, he is not. In some cases, he is the bearer of the new Matrix after Optimus. Sometimes he's the fake prime, like in Transformers 1, which was heavily which I believe that Sentinel was heavily based off of the live action Michael Bay's Sentinel, with a bit of Transformers Animated's superiority complex ego of his. So yeah. But at the end of the day, all of these are really fun to have. All of the each of these had their fun factors. Each of these were questionable at some times. And yeah. But mostly, these things were fun to have, fun to pose, fun to play with. Just fun in general. Like all of these, if I could actually describe all of these into one word, is all the primes are fun. All of these are fun. Even Soulless Prime, yes, her transformation may be scary at times, but even her, she even has fun factors in her own way. And last but not least, the final prime, the Hunchback himself, once I get him situated. There we go. Amalgamus Prime. There he is, the last prime. And that is pretty much a side-by-side family picture of all of them. All transformed and separate. And yeah, overall, these things were amazing to have. I love each and every one of these. I have no complaints, really. They are just a big, massive, fun figures. I do recommend getting a lot of these. If you don't want to, I do know that they are expensive, but if y'all just don't, I can't really tell y'all what y'all can and can't do, but I do recommend getting them. Each of them has their joys, each of them has their funs, and yeah. There is actually a little bonus I'm doing right now. If I remember how he trains, if I remember how he connects. I do forget how the certain bits do work. Not because I'm doing it intentionally, it's because I just genuinely forgot. There we go. I think that's how that works, right? Yeah, that's how that works. Because it's almost over. Because Alchemist isn't always that small. If I find him in this whole facade of prime, there he is. Grab this. Try to line this up the best of my ability. Because I am. There we go. There we go. Because it's just me. One more little thing before I wrap up all the primes. Which this video is an hour long. This is the longest video. And it should be, because this is also a special video. The last and final Prime. And here we have the Apex Armor. There we go. So if you didn't like my Cronus being small, there he is. He is a warrior class figure, and he is this big. And yeah, that is all the primes. There he is. Everything is reviewed. All primes are here. I do recommend getting these. I do recommend getting each and every one of them. There we go. Give him the gun arm. That's just how I'm going to display him. And yeah, if y'all do get these, enjoy them. I enjoyed them. All primes were fun. And the age of the primes is over. I got all 13. Even though I did have fun with each and every one of these. I had fun collecting them. And now having them all in hand is amazing. And that's about it. Laters, I will be finding more figures to review. Just for a quickness, the Power Range, the Megazord is still on the hunts to collect to complete. Bruticus is on the verge of getting completed. Nexus Prime with the confirmation will be reviewed again. And there is supposedly a box set of the Predacons and their show versions. I do want to review those. I know they are the Kingdom figures. And I actually have the Kingdom figures, but they're old now. And they're paint chipped. So they're not as good as I would like. And that's about it. Laters.